Lovely. Thank you, Matt. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm really happy to be here with you and just follow on from the speakers this afternoon. So I'm just going to just talk you through what the Building Improvement Capacity module is and what it's about, and also just to give you a little bit of insight into what to expect over the next 4 weeks for this. But just before I do that, just to really reiterate some of the words that both Sarah Jane, Julian and Charlotte have just said around improvement, and just to try and give you the confidence. Some of you will be really old hats at improvement, and you'll know, and you'll have been on your own improvement journeys previously and know quite a lot of the skills that are really helpful from a practical sense. Others of you might not, and it might just be completely new, and you might be sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this, or if I even know how to do this. So this module really is based on refreshing those skills that you may already have. And for those of you that are new to this, it will give you some of those core skills and help to build your confidence whilst we're starting on this improvement journey over the next 2 years. And really, for those of you that are perhaps wondering whether or not you've sort of signed up for this, and you may be wondering whether you can do this, improvement isn't scary. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be, and it can come with a lot of documents that Sarah Jane talked about earlier. But it can also be some of those really small things that you know are going to make a big impact for your patients that are right in front of you. And some of the innovation and the best conversations will come from a couple of you as you're joining forces and you're getting to know each other with your networks. And those corridor conversations, as we used to call them, where you just are really inspired by something that you know a colleague or a new friend is doing and you want to just give it a try. So building the improvement capacity offers you that safety in which to do that. So it's designed to equip you with the tools and knowledge to establish some of your improvement plans, what that looks like, what they could look like, and to give you some of the improvement methodology and science, maybe for the first time, but for those of you that are not new to improvement, just to refresh some of your skills. We've put 4 components into each of the learning events, and they'll come through and help you really deliver the essentials that we're talking through now. If we go to the next slide, please, Jo. So just to give you a brief timeline, we start, obviously you've got the session today, we then go into our taster sessions over the next few days, and they will cover off items around partnership working, how to use data for improvement, and the principles of high functioning organisations. And colleagues that are on the call already will take you through what each of those sessions look like, and then that'll get you ready as we start into the core learning event, which starts for you next week. So really preparing your improvement journey. We also, running alongside this, will give you some of the tools, as Charlotte's just described on NHS Impact, to supplement your learning as you're going through. So there'll be offers and availability of resources for you to look through to really help guide some of that. If we can go to the next slide, please, Jo. So the core learning, what is this, what we're going to do? So preparing for your improvement journey will help you create the right environment, understand what your first steps are, how to set things up, how to get things moving, and how to access things in the early phases. We then go into leadership and the delivery of your improvement plan. So what are the principles of effective leadership, and why are these so important when you're talking about improvement, and how you can influence change in your environment. And I'm delighted to know that there's a wide spectrum of people joining us in this journey. And for me, it's really important that front-facing patient team members have opportunity to really get into improvement in whatever stage you feel is appropriate in your environment. We then go into the next section for turning data into intelligence. And this is actually more exciting than some of you might think it is, where you can really see what you're measuring and what the impact is having, and how you can display that and show and share it with colleagues, not only in your environment, but also across the networks that you'll be developing along the way. And we then finish with the tools and techniques to support all of this. So we will help you and equip you with some of the tools that you'll need in order to support and evaluate your improvement work. Some of these will be really practical things, and some of those will take a little bit more just talking through as you go through, but based very much in the practical space for you. If we go to the next slide, please, Jo. So just as we're going through, obviously this is quite a small whistle stop. We are here to continue supporting you as we go through these. The taster sessions really are an opportunity to just dip your toes in before we start next week with the actual core components. So we really do encourage you to join tomorrow. The links are on the pack. You will have all been sent these already, to really have a look at what partnership working looks like. And then on Monday, we have the opportunity to talk data and measurement for improvement, really understand what it looks like and how you can best utilise what you have. And then we go into Wednesday when we are talking principles of high functioning organisations, which is where some of you have just asked around where best practice is. What does that look like? We have the privilege of working alongside a lot of systems and organisations, and I would say everywhere we go there will be good practice, and it's about how you can share that together, learn together and network, and take some of the ideas that others are using and adapt it so that you can put it into your environment and make it useful and patient focused for you.